to buy a deck or play with a new tool or research a new modality. And so I've learned to listen to that, and I don't really like go hog wild on all the tools anymore. I wait until spirit is like, yeah, this is what you need to be doing. All right. Welcome everyone. I think I'm mostly situated. I got my coffee ready, although I have not taken my first sip. Let's see who's in the room before I get into it. I see a new name. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Somebody said, I can relate with the brain. Now, what is going on? It might be Mercury retrograde. I heard Mars is going into retrograde. Who knows what the hell? What the hell? Um, some changes on Meetup, which just took place this morning, and I literally haven't even looked at it. So I will keep you all posted when I know more. Those links did not translate correctly into the chat. Okay, welcome to Magical Monday Manifestations. Let's get this show on the road. I'm your host, Valerie Lewis. Every Monday, excuse me, we get together so that we can get messages from spirit guidance. Guidance from our higher selves is what I'm going to start calling it. Guidance from our higher selves on what might be the next most supportive, most productive, most joyful, most beneficial step forward or direction or focus that we can move towards. So that ultimate goal, we manifest our lives. So that we manifest, create, become the amazing creators that we came here to be. And we pull first from Tarot and then from Oracle cards. These Tarot cards are coming really, really fast. The deck that I'm pulling Tarot, and I feel like there might be extras, so maybe just leave this deck to the side, Valerie. The deck that I'm pulling from today is Brit's Third Eye Tarot. Brit's Third Eye Tarot did not come with a guidebook. I do not believe the creator officially made a guidebook. If somebody knows of one in existence, please let me know. It was one of those things where I believe it was independently done. And oftentimes they'll do the book, they'll do the deck first because that's the most intensive, and then they'll do the book. And I just don't think the creator ever got around to doing the book. So that's all I know. I don't know why I told y'all all that. Um, but just so you know. Okay, Spirit, what guidance do you have for this group today? As I tune into your energies, I invite you to blast those energies as far beyond yourself as you can out into the universe so that I can pick up on them so that we can collectively benefit from this guidance, especially if you have any pending questions. This first card is amazing. It's the Magician. So look at the power in her hands. Look at that power. Infinity sign, infinite possibilities, opportunities. Anything that you are seeking in your life right now, put the word infinite in front of it. I'm looking for a job opportunity. The universe is saying there are infinite job opportunities. I'm looking for a mate. There are infinite palatable, I don't know why I said palatable mates for you available in this universe of billions and billions of humans. Looking for more money. The universe is saying there is infinite money available to you. I'm looking for peace and calm. The universe is saying infinite, 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 infinite. And the Magician comes to us as a major arcana, which means this card, this energy, if we allow it to come into our circle, to our energy, if we allow it to merge, to integrate with us so that we can become our own magician, it will affect all areas of our life because it's a major arcana. All areas of our life will be affected and benefited. So the universe is saying, wake up, it's Monday morning, you are the magician. And what is your answer? I sure the fuck am. I don't know why I thought any different. That should be your answer. The Magician is also a reminder that you have everything you need in every present moment. If you're saying to yourself, I don't have what I need, you're not in the present. You're either living in the past, which is fear-based doubt, anxiety, or you're looking too far into the future, thinking about what you might not have this afternoon or what you might not have when you go to the store, what you might not have next week. But in this present moment, which is where all your power is, the universe is saying you have everything you need. In traditional tarot, the magician is standing in front of a table, and the table has representations of all the four minor arcana suits in the tarot: wands, cups, swords, wands, cups, swords. Elizabeth, pentacles, wands, cups, swords, pentacles on the table in front of him, showing that he has access to all elements and to all symbols of what you might need in this life. And this is the first card that the Fool visits, the Fool representing you on your life's journey, the very first person that Spirit, through channeled messages, gave tarot deck creators. What is the first step in your spiritual journey and your life journey? What would be the first most beneficial archetype, even if you don't go past any other archetypes? What's the most beneficial person you can meet first on your journey? The magician. What's the message of the magician? You have everything you need. You have everything you need in this present moment. You're going to see a lot more shit down your road in your journey. You're going to have some twists and turns, some ups and downs. But before you begin that journey, I want you to know you have everything you need. You were born with it. You were gifted it. You have everything you need. So take that message with you. Stay with that message if you're in a challenging situation or dealing with a challenging time in your life. Take that message if life is great for you, if you're joyful and this Monday is amazing, and realize and breathe into that message. I have everything I need if I can keep my focus on the present moment. What other messages are going to benefit us this week? I'll tell you as soon as I sip from my coffee. One moment. Oh, yeah, nothing like that first sip of coffee. All of the other four cards, I draw 5 cards for the tarot reading. All of the other 4 cards are, interesting, are minor arcana, and 3 of them are pentacles. So a lot, pentacles is earth energy. Also think grounded energy. How can I take what I know from the ethereal? How can I take my spiritual body and integrate it with what I'm doing here in this physical world? Pentacles energy is also about manifestations. What do you want to manifest? What do you want to bring to fruition? What do you want to play with in your world? What do you want to experience? I have begun switching the word manifest with experience. For me, that just flows easier. It's less of a I've got to do something and more of a what do I want to do question for myself. And it's the same energy, y'all. It's the same energy, no matter what label you put on it. So, what do I want to experience? And that's what this earth energy is about. And right here we have the Page of Pentacles. This pages are new, fresh beginnings. Is that a unicorn on your Christmas hat, Elizabeth? I'm so distracted. Oh my God, that's amazing. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that in a minute. Page of Pentacles. Pages are new, fresh beginnings. Pages are youthful, optimistic outlooks on life. This page, the Page of Pentacles, is almost always represented as studying, but she's not studying for the sake of, oh my God, I've got this exam to pass, or I've got to learn this. She's studying, look at the smile on her face, for the pure joy of it. Maybe this is that modality that comes up to you, and oh my God, you're so excited. You have to read all about it, and you go down. How many books does she have there on her deck? All on her desk? All of those wormholes trying to figure out more. So this is something has inspired you. Something has come to you that feels refreshing, that feels interesting, and she's digging in. And it's something new. Pages are messengers, so something has come to you by some form of message, and she's digging in. She's digging in a pleasurable way, not in a way that makes her feel obligated or responsible to learn something, but in a way that feels joyful, and stand up till 3 a.m. to read that book in a way that feels joyful and inspiring for her. Page of Pentacles. Spirit wants me to say something. else about Page of Pentacles. And for that, I'm going to have to go to, for that, I'm going to have to go to a different guidebook because I just mentioned this deck doesn't have a guidebook. Let's see. Page of Pentacles. What else do we need to know about this card? You'll usually find this archetype is hardworking and responsible. She handles details and logistics well. People depend on her. She has vast amounts of inner strength. Like all of the Pentacles family, she thrives when in nature. Maybe that was the extra. Maybe that was the extra message Spirit wanted me to go to, the part about thriving when in nature. Oh, that's a good reminder for me. I'm hearing Spirit say right now, nature is a great teacher for manifesting, for ease, for experiencing something new. There's always something new to experience in nature, for understanding death and rebirth, for understanding why things must go away so that new things can be reborn. Nature is an excellent teacher if you are trying to manifest or if you are trying to shift your life. So with all of this Pentacles energy in our deck today, and we know that Pentacles is earth energy, maybe see if you can spend some time in nature. Yes, if you're in the US, I know it's in the middle of the winter and being out in nature might not be pleasurable for you. Doesn't mean you have to go out in nature. Do you have a plant in your house that you can sit in front of and stare at? Do you have nature, what is it called? Sounds of nature on YouTube that maybe you can play in the background as you go about your day? How can you bring nature inside if going outside is not pleasurable to you at this time? Or how can you connect with the element of earth? Because I'm getting that just as same, bringing, connecting with nature, connecting with the element of earth, same thing, just different way of saying it. We've got so much pinnacle energy that might be beneficial for us this week. The next card is the Queen of Wands, my favorite queen. I love the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is a badass. She is fire energy. She takes that wand that the magician has handed her. She takes that wand and she waves it over her empire, over her queendom, and she creates the experiences that she wants to experience in her life. She doesn't ask questions. No is not a word in her vocabulary. I can't is not something she ever says. She's the Queen of Wands, and she knows how to use that wand, and she knows how to get what she wants. And how does she most go about doing that? She doesn't think her way through it like the Queen of Swords would do. She is wands, she is fire. So she lets herself be led by inspiration. She lets herself be led by creativity. When an inspired or a creative thought comes to her, she acts on it because fire is action in motion as well. So she takes action on the things that inspire her, and she lets herself be led from the most inspiring thing to the most inspiring thing to the next most inspiring thing to the next most creative thing. And she lives her life in this wand, in this beautiful creative energy. And she experiences what she wants to experience because she knows how to do it. So, with all of these pentacles surrounding this Queen of Wands, I'm very strongly hearing that manifesting is going to be us tapping into our own personal power and realizing that we have wands that we can wave over our life. And how do we do that? We follow the inspiration, we follow the creativity, and we act. Think about it because that's Queen of Swords. We act. You have an inspired thought this morning, act on it. You think maybe I'll put honey in my coffee instead of sugar, act on it. It can be as simple as that. See where that leads you. Maybe the honey has you feeling more energetic throughout the day. And because you're more energetic, something else pops up that you would like to experience. It doesn't matter how big or how small the inspiration is when it hits this week, follow it. That's what the Queen of Wands is saying to you. Follow it. Stop dismissing those ideas. Stop coming up with excuses, and they are excuses from the standpoint of spirit, for your no's. Stop arguing for your limitation. If something pops into your brain and the first thing you think is I can't or not right now, any negative can't, not, realize that that's not Queen of Wands energy because she doesn't have those words in her vocabulary. Next up is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles card is the giving and receiving card. Here we see someone is giving a pentacle and someone is receiving some pentacles. Six of Pentacles, giving and receiving. When are you in receiving mode or when are you in giving mode? I'm clearly hearing from Spirit for this card, Spirit wants all of us in receiving mode this week. That feels good. I don't know what Spirit has in store for this group and for the energy that I'm picking up on as I read for this group in particular. But Spirit is saying, I need you in receiving mode. I need you in receiving mode. That's what I'm hearing. Spirit, in this case, is the one handing out coins. And we are the ones that, if we can move into receiving mode, we can receive those coins. That is all that is required of you. That's Spirit saying, that is all that is required of you. Get yourself in receiving mode by any means necessary. Get your hand out and get ready to receive the blessings you've been asking for. How you get yourself in receiving mode is going to be individual to you. So many different ways that you can do that. So many different ways that you can do that. Most of it is going to be about overcoming any limiting beliefs, removing those I can'ts and the nots and the no's and the not right nows from your life. If you need assistance with doing that, I'm always available for a one-on-one session. Look at that shameless plug. But that's my jam, y'all, helping people get over limiting beliefs, helping them see a way out of whatever situation they might be in. So that is the Six of Pentacles. Get in receiving mode, get in receiving mode, get in receiving mode. And that's all I'm getting for that card. And then last tarot card is the King of Pentacles. And it's interesting how we start out with the Magician, giving us that boost of confidence. This is what we have to look forward to if we follow the advice and the support that is given to us throughout this week. This is the week spread. So however this develops for your week, and I usually read, when I think about it, I usually read Monday through Friday. I don't know why. In my mind, it's always been a Monday through Friday read. So Monday through Friday, you have the ability to have this be your end goal, to have this be the energy that you are sitting in at the end of this week, the King of Pentacles. I mean, before I even tell you what the taroic explanation of this card is, can we just look at this dude for a minute? Does anybody not want this by Friday, Saturday, the weekend? Does anybody not want this energy with them by the week? I do. I don't get. If I was in the audience, I'd be like, Valerie, say less. You ain't even got to tell me what that card means. I want that energy right there. King of Pentacles. But let's talk about the King of Pentacles. Especially how well the King of Pentacles pairs up with the Queen of Wands. Maybe that's his side chick. I don't know. But the Queen of Wands acts on inspiration because fire is her card, even though queens are meant to be receptive. She acts on it because fire. And here we have the King of Pentacles, divine masculine, and divine masculine is also about action. So not only are we acting on creativity and inspiration, but by the end of the week, those actions will result in 3D tangible pentacles, earthbound manifestations, earthbound experiences, earthbound things of value to you. Things of value to you that you can tangibly enjoy. Experiences. We're all about experiences. We think we want the things. We think manifesting, we think we want the things. We don't want the things, we want the experience. You don't want the car, you want the experience of driving the new car. You want to be able to zip down the highway and not worry about if the tire is going to fall off. You don't want the money, you want the experience of what the money is going to buy. We are all about experiences, and Pentacles is all about experiencing. What do you want to experience? What do you hold valuable? So this king, masculine energy, is putting all of the advice and the energies from the card read into action. And this is what happens when he puts it into action. He knows where to direct that energy. And this is the end result because he has achieved a level of mastery where when he says, send some of that energy over there so I can experience that thing, that's where it goes. There's no hiccups, that's where it goes. He experiences that thing, very much like the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is very much in the creation side of it, and the King of Pentacles is very much in the experience side of it. So very well paired up with the energies that I'm feeling as far as today's tarot cards. King of Pentacles, experience. There was another thought that came to me. Hold on, it's going to come back, y'all. Spirit's telling me it's going to come back. Let me sit in silence for a minute. Oh, manifestation. This is a thought. This is a piece of clarity that came to me over the past couple of days, just in my one-on-one talks, personal talks with Spirit. And it was the idea of manifesting. And many of us, I've heard it throughout the spiritual community. I've seen it online. I've seen it in blogs. Many of us are under the understanding that when we say something, Spirit doesn't speak that language and Spirit doesn't clearly hear it that way. If I say I want $10,000 in my bank account, someone who teaches manifestation might say to me, Spirit doesn't work with money. Spirit doesn't understand $10,000. You're going to have to speak to Spirit in Spirit's language. I heard Spirit come back and say, do you think we're that dumb? And I was like, holy shit. Like, so I have taught that. I have taught Spirit speaks in energy. Spirit doesn't understand our human world. And sometimes from a Spirit's perspective, they don't quite get what it's like to be human. Most of them were human in some form. They understand it. They're part of us. We are extensions of them. They understand it. I think telling ourselves that Spirit doesn't understand us when we speak and when we ask for things is our way of keeping us in a limited paradigm. It's our way of saying, I can't have what I want because I don't know how to ask for it correctly. Well, meanwhile, Spirit is up there saying, I speak more languages than your human brain can ever comprehend. I am infinite intelligence. Why would I have trouble understanding the words 10,000 or dollars or human existence? Why would I have trouble with that? I don't have trouble with that. And so that kind of flipped everything I know about manifestation on its head because I realized it wasn't that I wasn't being clear in what I wanted. It's that I held the belief that Spirit couldn't understand me. And as long as I hold that belief, Spirit's like, okay, we can play that game. That's not what's really going on, but we can play that game. So maybe that helps some of you who might be thinking that my manifestations aren't working because I haven't worked hard enough at making it clear to the universe. Meanwhile, the universe is saying, I knew what you wanted from the moment you incarnated. When you were a newborn baby, I knew what you wanted. I spoke baby, I spoke toddler, I speak human, I speak you right now in this present moment. So just tell me what you want. Just tell me what you want. And when you do, when you remove that limiting belief, King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is waiting for us, y'all. Okay, so that is the tarot. We're going to move on to Oracle cards. Before I do that, let me just say, beep, bop, boop. January 11th, Advanced Tarot Mastery Class. I'm teaching Advanced Tarot Mastery Class again. It begins on January 11th. I've been advertising it for a couple of weeks. Unfortunately, you missed the early bird special. That does not mean it is not still available. So it is, I think Jacqueline is looking for the link. I'm pretty sure Jacqueline is looking for the link. Maybe she is. I'll find it if she can't find it and drop it here in a little bit, but you can still enroll in Advanced Tarot Mastery. It's a 10-week course. Some of the content is recorded when I'm just going over the card meetings, and then some of the content is live. I come in for live practice sessions. I also come in for live instructions. We learn the Celtic Tarot spread, which is an ancient spread, a 10-card spread, and it is so deep, meaningful, and impactful. We also have How to Read for Yourself and Others as one of the live sessions, which teaches you all the tips and tricks on how to be a reader, especially if you're looking to be a professional reader. And then you also have the opportunity to be certified, a certified tarot reader, so that you can go out in the world and read for others. If you're interested in that, the link will be available soon. So that Advanced Tarot Mastery, again, you can sign up anytime between now and January 11th when we start. You can actually sign up after January 11th because it's kind of an automated. You'll just have to play catch up. All right. Oh my God, this coffee is really good this morning. Maybe I just really need it. The Chiefs won yesterday, y'all. The Chiefs won. I don't know why that random. I knew why it randomly, because my little coffee cozy is sitting on my desk, and I looked at the Chiefs and I was like, oh yeah, brain all over the place. And I'm just gonna roll with it. Okay, let's go to.
Okay, Valerie, question.
Yes.
I have the Trainer Central site here, but do you want, I couldn't find anything else. It went to the calendar, but no, I didn't see it there. Like, is this good enough, or do you want me to get rid of that one and put something else?
Yes, because you could, If you click on that link that she just put in there, then scroll all the way to the bottom and you'll see the available courses, and you're just looking for the Advanced Tarot Mastery course.
Okay.
Thank you, Jacqueline. Nicole is certified. Yes, Nicole put that over there in the chat. Thank you. And so is Jacqueline. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Believe in your own. Oh! I just dropped. I got a little spot of coffee on the Magician card. That's good juju. I mentioned this last week, that adding coffee to any of your manifestation practices, whether it's coffee beans on your altar, coffee grounds, actual coffee, coffee as an accelerant. We know it accelerates us. Coffee is also an accelerant for manifestation. So when using it in spell work or rituals, it can speed things up. And I just dropped a little spot of coffee on the Magician card. So you're welcome. I just sped up all of y'all's manifestation for this week. That's what Spirit is like. Yep, that energy is for everybody. Let everybody sit in that energy. We just sped some things up. We're collapsing time, y'all. Let's move. Let's move towards whatever it is we're trying to call in. Believe in your own magic. Since the reading started off with the Magician, I thought this was a great deck. It is card number 5, and it is Stars. Those books remind me of the books that maybe the Page of Pentacles was sitting down to read from our tarot cards. You can manifest your every wish. Well, look at that message. You can manifest your every wish. I feel like all the messages are just kind of lining up today. Where's my book for this one? It's time for you to take your goals and turn them into your reality. That's why we had all those pentacles. Get it out of your head, get it out of your thought processes, and pull it down and root it into this physically manifested reality. Create that dream board. Perfect time since we're going into 2025. Wish on those shooting stars. Write in a daily manifestation journal. Cast a small or large spell. We kind of just did. I got y'all covered on that. Dropping coffee on the Magician card. That's our spell work for the day. We're done. It was a small spell, so go ahead and cast a larger one if you want. The universe is waiting to give you exactly what you deserve, given that it's best for everyone involved. Keep in mind that you also need to believe that you deserve it. Where is your deservability right now in this present moment? If you're saying, I think it's blah, 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 or I'm pretty sure it's here, I'll tell you how you can tell for certain, 100% for certain, where your deservability is. Take a moment, do a scan of your energy, a scan of your life, look around your room. That's what you think you deserve, because the universe is never withholding. Whatever you think you deserve is what is manifested for you. If you have something that is not manifested in your life, something that you're reaching for, something that you're trying to call in, relationship, a job, a new car, an animal, if you think that is what you want and you think that the job is to work for it and to jump through hoops for it, let me make it easy for you. Your job is to believe that you deserve it. To believe that you deserve it so that the universe can pop that into your experience so that you can experience it, because you can only ever have what you think you deserve. How can you work? How can I work on my deservability, Valerie? Oh, I'm so glad you asked, because I don't like just giving messages and telling you how to go figure this shit out on your own. I like telling you how you can do it. Deservability. Deservability Treatment by Louise Hay. Google it. It's all over the internet. It'll come up as it's like, kind of like a poem. It's a beautiful poem. Read it to yourself for at least 30 days every morning when you get up. I've got mine taped to my mirror. I'm looking that way because I can see into my bathroom across the way. I got mine taped to my mirror. Now, I do not read it every morning. I did when I was going through some things, but that is an amazing belief shifting, energy shifting practice when you are working on your deservability. All right. I might grab it here towards the end and read it to you. But let's move on. So that was Believe in Your Own Magic. Oracle deck. I feel like it's time for me to get a new Oracle deck. I know I have Oracle decks that I don't even really be reading from, but I feel like it's time for a new one. And maybe a new tarot deck. I don't know. We'll see. But the next one I want to go to, where's it at? I'm being pulled in a couple of different directions. So I just dropped my coffee spoon. So maybe I need to get these messages going a little bit faster to make sure I can get cards from all the decks I just got hits on. The next one is Oracle of the Unicorns, which I have not read from for a long time. And this is a recurring word for me: freedom. I'll tell you why it's recurring for me, because there's a lot of things that I am trying to manifest, bigger business goals going into 2025. I'm looking forward to the things that I want to experience in 2025. And what keeps coming back to me as I talk about those things with my higher self is what you really want is freedom. What you really want is freedom. Focus on the freedom and the things will come. Focus on the freedom and the bigger, expansive, more experiences will come. So this has been a recurring theme for me, so it makes sense. Maybe I'm pulling this card for myself, but I hope we all benefit. Freedom. And look at that beautiful unicorn. In the small print, it says, live wild and free. I can do that. Choose your freedom. Claim your independence. Live wild and free. Choose your freedom and claim your independence. I could talk for a whole hour on that. I bet I could pull this card, and if somebody was like, do a whole event on just what this card says, I could. That choose part, that decide part, that's my jam. What do you want? Decide, choose. Here's the message. You are a free spirit with an infinite soul. Remember that infinity sign from the very first card we pulled? You are a free spirit with an infinite soul who cannot and should not be caged. It is time to forge your own path through life and create everything you, italicized, want, regardless of how others think you should live. I want everybody to take a deep breath and hold the idea of something that they really, really want to experience. What's most pressing for you right now in this moment? What would you most like to shift or change? And now listen to this message from Spirit about that. You may have held back to please someone or to protect yourself from judgment. You may have put your dreams on hold, believing they are too wild or outrageous, or that you don't deserve a life that magical. You may have been waiting for approval from someone who will never give it. Now, your heart is calling you to freedom. It is time to create the reality that will light you up the most and allow you to be true to your soul. It is time to break the chains of limitation that delay your dreams. And remember that anything is possible. It is time to stop caring what others may think. Stop caring what others may think of your life choices or how envious they may be of your freedom, and do it anyway. This beautiful winged horse invites you to ride on her back, high above judgments and into the magic of infinite possibilities. She encourages you to fly free, to let your hair stream in the wind, and to take pleasure in your new life. You are a free spirit. Soar into your wondrous life and never look back. I think I need to leave that card out on my desk and review that for the week. Freedom, Oracle of the Unicorns. Beautiful card. I'm so glad I went to that deck because I haven't pulled from it in a while. Let's see what other messages, Spirit. The universe has your back. We're going to go to that one. Abby Bernstein says, Gabby Bernstein says, the universe has your back. That is literally the card I pulled. That is not like a title card. That is the card. The universe has your back. It's just a reminder that you can do anything. The universe is infinite. The universe is not trying to learn how to be infinite like we are. The universe is infinite. And the universe has your back. When you were a little kid, let's just assume you were a little kid and you were kind of scrappy. I didn't have this issue because I had 4 brothers and the entire schoolyard was scared of my 4 brothers. So I didn't have this issue. But some of y'all, if you ever had somebody get up in your face and say they want to fight you, I know this happens on the playground. They're going to fight you. And you're going to bring recess time. Who you going to bring with you? You're going to bring your little posse. You're going to square up on who's behind you as this is taking place. As you go to defend yourself, who's standing behind you? You want the biggest, baddest, most ready to jump in person on your team. So when you go to live life, move forward, fight your battles, face your oppositions, face your challenges head on, you don't have to do it by yourself. Who do you want behind you? You want infinity behind you. You want infinite possibilities. You want infinite opportunities. Even if you're not there yet, even if you don't have the belief that the universe is infinite, you want infinity behind you. And that's the universe. The universe is infinite and it's behind you and it's got your back and it's right there. It's right there, like literally got your back. Like if you was to go like this, the universe is like this. The universe is always right there, reminding you of who you are, reminding you that you have infinity available to you, even if you don't feel it. So feel into that. When you don't feel it, fall back just a little bit and let the universe push you back forward and show you your infinite nature. The universe has got your back. The universe is going to help you square up against life's challenges. The universe is not going to let you get your ass kicked. And some of you are saying, my ass is already getting kicked by life. That's because you didn't call the universe to stand behind you when you went to face that challenge. You said, I got this. I can do this. And the universe wasn't back there because you didn't call the universe. So the universe is standing behind you going, you said you got it. So I'm not going to help. But when you call on the universe and you ask that universe to be there for you as you square up against life's challenges, you ain't got nothing to worry about. The universe is all you need. What else? What else? Let's go to Sacred Rebels because I'm feeling a little feisty. That fire, that Queen of Wands energy, a little feisty. Sacred Rebels by Alana Fairchild. I need some more coffee, y'all. Also, I'm going to mention it here if you are not aware of the group Awkwardly Zen. That's what I should end on. I should end on the Lemurian deck. If you're not aware of the group Awkwardly Zen, immediately following this event, Awkwardly Zen has its monthly interstellar forum. which is an open forum where you can go and discuss all things interstellar, interstellar/UAP/UFOs different aspects of self, anything that and if you don't know what interstellar is, great place to be to learn all about other people's viewpoints on what that topic means. So that's immediately following this over on the Awkwardly Zen Network. Awkwardly Zen is on Meetup, where most of you found me. So just go back to Meetup and search Awkwardly Zen and you'll find it. It's in 20 locations, so you can't miss it. Pick one, they're all the same. Pick the one that's closest to you, but all of the events will be the same. Sacred Rebels, what do we need to know? Card number 17. 17, you had the 1 and the 7, and that's an 8. What's 8? 8 is manifestation energy. The universe is like, how many times I got to tell y'all that this is a good week for manifesting? How many times I get to tell y'all that y'all get to create your own reality? I know some weeks y'all are working on how to create it, but this week you're working on manifesting it in a physical, tangible way. You've done the work. This is the week to start enjoying some of those manifestations. This is the week to buy the new boots. This is the week to call the person that you've been interested in. Manifest it in a real world. This is the week to write that resume, not think about it, write that resume, or maybe apply for that job. This is the week to manifest in some physically tangible way to bring it into this 3D reality. So 1 and 7, 8, manifest. What is already with you? Interesting. What is already with you? And look at all those butterflies of transformation. I'm going to try to make sure I read this. I've got enough time. I can read this Andula Lemurian to call in that interstellar energy. What is already with you? You hold in your hand that which you seek. That's the Magician card. You hold in your hand that which you seek. In other words, the pair of spectacles you have been rummaging around the house for are sitting on top of your head. What you are seeking, perhaps by exploring far and wide, is actually right under your nose. You may not like this idea. It is so much more wonderful to imagine there is something yet to find. Of course, there's unlimited creative potential and always something more that can be. Yet in this instance, it is important for you to know that you already have what you need and what you want. Magician. That doesn't mean it's the end of the story, although it does ask you to give up the fantasy that a perfect solution lies in the future somewhere. Instead, it asks you to acknowledge that everything necessary for success is with you now. All you need to do is accept this and act with what you have available to you. Again, if you need assistance with that, I can help. This is good news. This particular chapter has a happy ending in store. That ending will become real for you just as soon as you stop trying to skip forward to the next chapter. Better to be completely present in the now. Isn't that what we started talking about before I even knew that's what we needed to be talking about? From here, the next phase will naturally happen without force on your part. It might not seem like you have much to start with. Perhaps you feel that all you have is a small, simple choice to make. Perhaps you have a song to begin, an email to send, a conversation to start, or a sketch to let loose. However small, it is enough to get the ball rolling. Don't make the mistake enough to get the ball rolling. Queen of Wands, acting. Remember when we said act on that small inclination no matter what it is? Don't make the mistake of believing that what you need is behind you, lies with another, or is yet to appear. You have all that you need to take the next step in your life, and from that, all else will flow. And there is a sweetness to that. It is a small pleasure at first, but one from which a greater pleasure can unfurl. This message is amplified if you have also drawn the Oracle of Every Journey Starts with a Single Step, or the Oracle of What Do You Feel, which are other cards in this deck that we did not draw. This oracle comes with a special guidance for you. You are more ready than you think you are. You are more prepared than you realize. You don't need an entire army of resources to move ahead. You don't need that extra training. You don't need that extra outfit. You don't need XYZ that you think you need. This is the universe telling to you in this moment, you have everything you need to get the ball rolling. You have everything you need to take that first step. So do it. Queen of Wands energy. Although you may find that when you do move, many resources suddenly become apparent. So those things that you're saying, I can't until, do it now and they will show up. Many resources may suddenly become apparent. All that you need in this moment is just one sweet act of nourishment. That is enough to take you out of backwards nostalgia or regret and forwards into what is awaiting you now. Be brave, dig deep within, and enjoy the sweet surrender. I love that message. All right. Okay. That was Sacred Rebel Oracles. And the last card I'm going to pull, or the last deck I'm going to pull from, is going to be Beyond Lemuria. Beautiful cover. And that's just so we can see what our interstellar friends might gift us with. Interstellar aspects of self. This card. Let's see. Let me turn it over. Let me wrap up here real quick. Full spectrum. Card number 26. Full spectrum. I'm pretty sure, look at the chakras on her. That's a beautiful depiction of chakras. And the Merkaba, I'm pretty sure they're going to reference this. So I'm going to hold that up there for just a minute more while I look for the meaning of the card. What did I say it was? 26. 26 is also 8, y'all. 8's all over the place. Spirit is like, I'm going to slip it in as many times as possible. The divinatory meaning, I'm going to skip to the end because that's how much text there is. It's 2 whole pages and then some, but we're going to go straight to the meaning. Step out of the black and white mentality of judgment. That's a second talk about us letting go of judgment. Go beyond the concepts of good and bad. This card invites you to honor the full spectrum of life and find a new way of perceiving your situation. When we judge something, we create a story around it. And judgment is when you assign anything to it. If you're looking at your relationship and saying it's not quite what I want, or my relationship is bad. If you're looking at your job and saying my job is bad. If you're looking at where you live and saying the roof is leaking and the sewage is backing up and I live in a bad place or I live in a bad neighborhood, that's judgment. Judgment in that way. How are you judging your life? When we judge something, we create a story around it. These stories often create limitation, not often. The stories almost always create limitation. Subconsciously, we gather so many of these stories over a lifetime. To heal our dis-ease and crystallize the new way, we need to create a space of no story where miraculous healing can take place. Can you look at your situation and just say, it is what it is? Can you look at your situation completely as an experiential situation? Well, that was nice. Now what? Now what do I want to experience? Can you look at it and not cast judgment of calling it good or bad? Because this space, this space where no judgment exists, this space empowers us to be all we are and allows us to know our truth. Embrace the full spectrum of creation in all her colors and the raw, muddy, earthbound shadow parts of the situation to determine whether they are actually bad or if stories you have held onto are limiting your perspective. I can guarantee you the stories you have held onto are limiting your perspective, not because I'm some magical, mystical witch, but because that's how humans work. We create stories, and any story you create has its limitations. Even when we create joyous stories, there is still a bit of limitation in that joy. So it is our job to reach for the infinite, just like we started out. Reach for the infinite. Reach for being no limits. Reach for removing those beliefs that are telling you you can't have what you want, or you have to work hard for what you want, or any story that is not benefiting you. All right, that's what I have. Oh, look at that, almost perfect timing. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope these messages resonated with you on some level, inspired you, because inspiration was a theme throughout our deck today, throughout our cards today. So I hope you take all of this information of support, of love from your higher self, and you're able to apply it in a way that makes sense for you on your personal journey. If you need help with applying that, please reach out for a one-on-one session or do whatever modality you need to do. Pull some cards for yourself until it makes sense for yourself. Christiana. I'm not sure if I'm saying your name right, but I love that artwork behind you. All right,
Thank you.
everyone. Yeah. All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and I hope I see you back here next week. Go manifest.